We start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis, in my last video when the price was within this move, I mentioned we cannot look for buy, we have to get the trade set up. As you can see, the price drop. Now we want to see what's the next. Whether still we can expect this one to give us the buy with the breakout of the previous top, or we can expect this one turn to a correction for one more drop. All right. No, first we start with the higher time frame. We start with daily chart. All right, if we move to daily chart, still we are looking. I mean, we don't have any trade setup to look for. The only thing is we can expect this one turn to more complex. That's mean consolidate for longer time before we get the next move. I don't think simply this is the only correction and we can look for the price can sharply break the previous top. What we can expect the price to consolidate for longer time. Anyway, we move to forward chart. If we move to forward chart, we have been looking to put this one in relative to this for running flat. If this is the running flat, we can expect this one. This is the one is going to break the continue and break the previous top. But as I mentioned, we can expect the price to consolidate here for longer time. That means this move can turn to more complex before we get the next move, which can break the previous top, which is 0.745. Okay, but what I want to say is that still based on forward chart, we can put this correction in relative to the previous top and previous move. Okay, that means if we get any buy, we will take the trade. But before we look for trade, as I mentioned, based on 1 hour chart, we can expect this one technically turn to a more complex. I mean, the more complex flat. That means we can expect the price move a bit higher. We get one more drop. If we get this flat, any reversal, it can give us a really good trade setup. And how deep it can go, as long as this one haven't broke 44 with 0.44, we can consider this one in relative to this. That means if this one turn to a corrective move, any drop, we can expect the next level, the price drop to 0.467. It doesn't mean we are not going to look for buy. Based on 1 hour chart, if we get any trade setup for buy, we will take the trade. If it's sharp with the breakout of the previous top, we keep the trade. If it turns to a corrective move, we take out the trade. We can look for one more drop before we get the next move. Anyway, if we get any trade setup with the breakout of the previous top, which is this one, the levels we're looking for, the first one is 0.66, following by 0.4745. Anyway, based on what's a forward chart, we don't have any trade setup. And if we move to 1 hour chart and we don't have any trade setup, I don't think we can get any proper trade setup within this range. The only way we can look for trade if this one turns to a sharp, that's mean continue as a sharp move, we can have entry above this. But we should know that having entry above this, what we want the price sharply break and continue. If the price tag we see is not moving within the first hour, maximum second hours, we take out the trade. Why? Because we can expect, as I explained based on forward chart, we can expect this one turn to three waves in relative to this. That means as a correction, which is have a 1, 2, 3 in relative to this for one more drop. Then from there, the price reverse. That's why the best thing is if we get any trade setup within this range. All right. How about if the price sharply move, give us a flag or correction? Still, we can look for the trade. We want to see the breakout of the previous top. What is the previous top? 0.592. All right. Anyway, right now we don't have any trade setup, and the only thing is in case the price sharply continue from here, we can have entry above this, which is very risky. As I mentioned, the simply price can tag and reverse. That's why we consider it as a short-term trade. If the price tag, as long as we get into the profit, we start to manage. And if we see it's not moving within the first or second hours, we take out the trade. Okay, what we want to see the price break and continue. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. And we will prefer, if this one turns to more complex correction, as I mentioned, this one turns to the second wave. And if we get one more drop as a third wave, any reversal from there, it can give us better trade setup. And again, we mentioned how deep, if this one turned to a more corrective move, how deep it can go, which is we put these two lines. And as long as the price haven't broke the 44, any reversal will be looking for trade. All right. I mean, we can put this one in relative to this. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.